Hi, my name is Sebastian van der Schrier from socialanxietysolutions.com. I'm a social confidence coach and the host of a podcast show called Social Anxiety Solutions, where I interview Western traditionally trained psychologists, psychotherapists, and also Eastern energy psychologists. So I've got healer, scientist, psychologist, psychotherapist, therapist, the works. Really awesome shows. You can check it out by clicking on this link in the description box below. Alright, so I have a question that I'm going to answer today. It's a bit of a long question. It's about social anxiety in women, which is also happens to be the topic of today's podcast. I'm interviewing a Trip from a podcast show, How to Talk to Girls is the name of his show, and he interviewed me on the show, and I thought, hey, it might be interesting for the people on my show to listen to what he has to say. So you can check that out by going to that link below. Anyway, here we go. So, yada yada. I have a question regarding women and social anxiety. I have quite a severe case of social anxiety. I avoid all kind of social gatherings and whatnot. But one thing I've noticed is that I get extremely uncomfortable around women in public. While I still feel anxious around men in public, I can still manage it. While I still feel anxious around men in public, I can still manage it somehow. But if there happens to be a lady or a few, I would turn and walk the other way. Immediately I can feel a knot in my stomach, start sweating excessively, heart pounding, etc. You know the drill. What I want to know if there's a relation between women and my social anxiety, or if my actual underlying problem is an issue with women. And maybe social anxiety was just skimming the top of it. I'd really appreciate if you could do a video on it. I understand you had somewhat similar problems with women. Do you experience my kind of issues around women? When I say women, I mean quite literally all women. I felt rather uncomfortable around 15-year-olds as well as 50-year-olds. I am 27. Really hope to hear from you. Once again, thank you for the amazing work you're doing. Alright, so Vig, thank you for your question. And did I experience those problems? You bet. Pretty much what you're describing, really. Like as soon as there were women around, attractive women in particular, I would feel really, really uncomfortable, highly anxious, and often I would blush if I would just have the idea that I was communicating interest in some kind of way, because that felt risky to me. Because they might actually like me, and then I would be in a conversation, and what if I freeze up, or if I look dumb, or say something stupid, or get laughed at, or be ridiculed, or she actually doesn't find me attractive, and I misinterpret it, or what if I get rejected, or what if she says something about me eyeing her down, and blah 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 blah. So there are all these fears and worries that were going on in my mind, and that's exactly, as I read it, what's going on for you as well. So you have all these beliefs about yourself, about women, social interaction, talking to women, sex is probably a big one. And by the way, if you're masturbating to porn, that could be a very big cause as to why you're having these problems with women in the first place. And to learn more about that, you really want to check out the interview that I did with Gary Wilson. He's a leading expert in research on porn. And I interview him in episode 16 or something, I'm not really sure, but you can check it out by going to socialanxietysolutions.com/Gary, and you can check that out. Anyway, to continue, is it possible that your social anxiety is related to women? Totally, absolutely. Anxiety shows up, again, the simple rule, anxiety shows up when you do not feel safe. Anxiety is there when your brain perceives danger. Your system is perceiving danger. It's responding to that danger by the fight, flight, freeze response. That response activates all sorts of systems inside your body. Adrenaline gets rushed through. Adrenaline hormones are pumped through your body, make you super alert. Blood is going away from your digestive system into your outer limbs, and your body is prepared to fight or flee, or if you can't do anything, freeze in that situation to help you deal with that danger that your brain perceives. Now, your brain is perceiving all sorts of danger when women start coming in, so that's why you experience social anxiety. Now, you say that you experience it with guys as well, and that is for the exact, well, not for the exact same reason. It's the exact same reason why that anxiety response gets triggered. There's a perception of danger, but that perception of danger around guys might be because of a bunch of different beliefs and stuff that's going on for you. Perhaps you have beliefs like, I'm not good enough, I'm bad, I'm wrong, I'm unlovable, have to be perfect or else I'm not accepted. And likely those beliefs are less magnified around guys and more magnified around women. So basically what it comes down to is, if you're masturbating to porn, stop it and use the strategies that are advised in that interview with Gary to knock it off. That's a very important thing. I really, really recommend you listen to that interview. It's really beneficial. When I stopped wanking off to porn, I gained a lot of benefits from it. I felt a lot more connected, a lot more real, and very, very beneficial. Now, aside from that, you simply want to do the inner work. So these perception of danger that you have around women, and also around men, you learned that somewhere. You're not born, and you're a little baby. You're scared of all these women. It's just programming, and that programming can be unprogrammed. Well, you can use the tapping to get rid of that programming. I have a social confidence system. If you do not own that yet, that's a 12-step approach to get rid of all those underlying reasons for why you perceive danger. It helps you to raise your self-esteem, to get rid of that perfectionism, to eliminate those beliefs that you picked up, to release the shame, to increase your self-acceptance, and to start moving forward, getting rid of these social fears, and bit by bit you're becoming more and more confident, less and less anxious, and it's an EFT-based system to help you get to that place. For more information on that, you can simply go to my website, socialanxietysolutions.com. Hope this has been helpful. Thank you for your question. And if you have a question as well, please send it to me. It's at socialanxietysolutions.com/contact. If it's a good question, there are not many not good questions that I get. They're all great. I'll answer it on video so other people can benefit from it. So, Vig, thanks again for your question. Appreciate it. Go check out the podcast, the description below, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye for now.